Welcome to my first ever video here at Just Hun Gaming. Thank you to everyone that's already subscribed. If you haven't already subscribed, please do make sure you do. I am building a brand new channel dedicated to gaming, mainly racing games. Today's video, and probably most future videos, is going to be all about my journey into sim racing. And by sim racing, I mean simcades for now. I have always loved Gran Turismo. I have played every single Gran Turismo there is because I'm that old, unfortunately. And I have just found such a love for Gran Turismo 7 that I have become pretty much addicted. Dailies have been my new found love, and this week I really got into it. I was currently a D as far as my ability in the world of Gran Turismo 7, but I did have an S for safety rating, so I'm very proud of that. Today I'm going to show you my journey as to how I got from D to C. That's what she said. And I'm telling you, it's dirty out there. It is really like, I've had some doozies. Like, there's been times where it's been my fault and I've made mistakes, and then there's just been absolute dirtiest of drivers just punting you off for no reason and not getting a penalty for it. So here is the voice of me sharing with you my journey this week. Enjoy. First race for us. Okay, we're P10 because we did an absolutely terrible qualifying lap. We did improve this later on. We're driving the Rusty's Nissan. This turned out to not be the best car for that. Look at that, look at that. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was skill. That was skill. I may have hit the guy in front though. So he outbrakes himself. When I say thank you very much, I'll take that. Then I go, now, in my defense. Oh, a death. Oh, lots of death. That was really good. In my defense here, right, I was on the inside and the dude, yeah, but that crash had nothing to do with me, can I just say. But we managed to dodge the whole thing. I think that was very brave of us. Very brave. This wasn't the car for this track at all. It's too big. That's what she said. Marcel in front in the Porsche, which it was the better car to be in. I just can't drive the Porsche. He has a penalty. Oh, look at that. It was terrible. Oh, and that's it. That's your P5. I will take that. Thank you very much. Good first lap from us. We had a great time. So Marcel is slowing down. And we're not going to use his drag. We don't need it. We're fast enough. We're going to take the outside line. As he's on the inside. Right, in our defense, he braked there, like, a lot. He really braked, okay? And I don't brake that much there. And I may have reared him. But karma comes back in a minute. Karma comes back. That Lamborghini's going for a lovely time. Oh, that's death. That's death. We get a penalty here, right? And I'm not quite sure what it was for. I don't know if a second was for me going off, or GT7 got confused and thought that I had hit that Lamborghini and took it off. But as you can clearly see, that had nothing to do with me at all. I'll accept the one before. I did bum him. I never took him out for lobster beforehand. But that one had nothing to do with me. So we've got to take a second penalty here for absolutely no reason whatsoever. That wasn't a corner cut. Game. And we lose a lot of positions here, I'm not gonna lie. That's not it. There's one more. Now watch this, howdy doody looking mother behind us. Man tries to sneak in. And then bums us. He actually, but it's more of a bump draft to be honest. But we've not finished with Anko 241. He does something very special. And rightly so gets a 3-second penalty. And I get a penalty for going wide. Now does he even try to brake? A slight brake, then a brake, and then a full... I mean, that was on purpose if ever I've seen one. That was a total let me take her out for lobster. I needed more than lobster from this dude after that. And now we're all confused and we've got rear wing damage. It's all gone wrong. And some may say that's karma, but I say no. That was dirty. Mine have all been accidental bum rubs. This was a full-on, I'm going to pelt you into Narnia. Oh, there's death. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Ha! Ha! Onwards onto lap 4. P8. We've been through the wars. What can we get from here? Now we started to catch Genko, who got extremely wide. And there as well. But we were nice. I didn't want to hit him. He was all squiggly wiggly everywhere. You know, I didn't want to make the day worse for him. I'm quite a nice person sometimes. Another car died, but I missed it. I think it was just a random off, but we're in P7 anyway. Okay, oh my god. I think you've been drinking. I mean, if I'm able to keep it in a straight line and he's not, you've really got to ask yourself the question of should you really be there? Oh, and that penalty is terrible. We just know from this point, we just got to keep it clean and not get any penalties. And we could take a P6 here. We could take a terrible race and bring a P6 home. Oh. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Just lost it under braking, got all goody-piggedy. This is the thing with that Porsche. It's arse end friendly because of its engine being at the back. It gets too excited and you're not skilled like myself, who chose to drive a different car because I can't drive that. You're just gonna get yourself out. Jonas is behind us in, what's a surprise, a Porsche. Getting quite close to the rear. We got quite close to the Aston Martin. Different car. Shock. And we sent him... That wasn't on purpose, and I slowed off because I knew that if I overtook him there, it would be very unfair. So I knew from that point, being a good, honest person that I am, I was not going to try and overtake him. I was going to let him have P5. And we would come home for P6 in what was an eventful race. Onwards to our next race, we qualified a little bit better and we popped herself into the McLaren, which was definitely a better car for this track. First corner, we've got Danny, who's going down the inside. Oh, it's... We made it through there. But that glitch in the Matrix, did you just see that? What was that? So we're going to ride on board here with Danny, who just didn't brake. And he glitched. He absolutely glitched. Even his onboard glitched. But from that moment on, he didn't really like me, and I don't know why. Let me know in the comment section if you know. We've got Max, who braked too much, and Danny sent it. Superb driving. But we're up to P5. We dodged the chaos, and the hacking. We dodged it all. Someone goes off at the back. See ya, love. But look at the penalties. Look at how wide I've gone. Oh, there's my friend again. He's repaying me for all the sugar I gave him before. He's paying me back with more sugar. But I saw the two at the front of me. Max Power. Look at him there. I ain't letting you through, bruv. You cheat. You cheat. I'll never forgive you for cheating on this game. Azuri, I'm not sure if I've said that right, but apologies. Those two had penalties. So a good chance of picking up some good places here. We're going to go right around the outside of Max. Apologies, Max. And Danny hits him. Danny, look, I knew that I bumped him a bit, but that glitch threw me off. But Danny did some questionable things. Although Alan is doing some questionable things. Look at that. That Nissan was a handful. There's a lot of shiz going down behind me. Let's ride on board with Alan. Alan becomes our friend. Now that's a squeeze if ever I did see one. Look at that. That's a squeeze. Man's proper squeeze. Oh my God. It's absolute filth around here. We're on board with Max. Max seemed quite clean, to be honest. He's probably going to prove me wrong now. But Alan and Danny and myself, questionable. That's not the line, love. See, I'll show you. Now, here's Alan. Alan wants to play. Alan, no. Alan's just going down the inside. Then pushes into me. Brakes a lot earlier than I do, but brakes earlier, but then outbrakes himself and completely pushes me off. And yeah, it's over. It's over. So let's ride on board with Alan. As Alan outbrakes himself and skids, rejoins and smacks me one out of the track and watches me as I fall apart because of his own outbraking, oversteering issue. And he don't care. He don't care. But I think karma gets him in a bit, so it's cool. So we're in P7 by this point, lap 3. We are heavily in the... Oh, Max. Oh, that's terrible. We are heavily involved in the Dirty Driver gang. Heavily now. Just massively. Like, us trying to get through this. we are going to be smacked into. Oh, it's a terrible time for the Nissan, who lost it all by himself. Had nothing to do with the dirty drivers. We go wide and the Porsche just goes straight through. That was my bad. That was really my bad. Here we are alongside the Mercedes. But we've got the inside line. We give him room. That was beautiful defending. We've redeemed ourselves. We really have redeemed ourselves. Moving on to lap 5. Because not much happened until now. Oh, it's a terrible time. P5. And that's the thing about being in like Group C, whatever you call it. That is the driver level we are at. You just have to keep out of the way and just drive cleanly and not be too aggressive, because you can make up so many places from people's mistakes. There's no way on this earth I could get up to P5 in Group A or anything like that, like, because they very rarely make mistakes. But we can capitalize on this. And there it is. Alan and Danny finished above me, even though they were pure filth. Sadness of what could have been. Could have easily been a podium. But unfortunately, Alan and Danny destroyed our race. Alan and Danny, if you are in this video's chat currently, an apology and a meal, I would appreciate that. I would appreciate that. Now, on a much more positive note, this was from May last year. I am in a Scooby with a Haas livery. This was Monza. This was Monza. Monster. This was Monza. This was a race B, I believe. Going back a while. But this is a very special race to me. A very, very special race, I won't admit it. We qualified not too bad. And later on, it will all come together why this is a very special race. It's very early on in the game, very much learning it. I need no mansplaining on how I could improve from this. Ignore that penalty. Ignore it. I feel I've improved since this race, so the mansplaining can be kept to a minimum. Rallying it round. Oh, it's death. Oh, it's death. And we got P2. Yay. Now, if I'm going to be honest with you, this race is fairly boring until about the last lap. So let's just get to the last lap. Final lap. We have caught P1. We've caught the Beetle. And down the inside of the first chicane at Monza. And thank God it ghosted, because we would have been sent to Narnia with that. But the Beetle's not happy. The Beetle is very unhappy about the fact that on the final lap, I have got through in a Haas. And he tries to take revenge. Let's ride on board. He decides to outbrake himself beyond and completely lose it all by himself as I am driving away in the distance. He's in the gravel. He's over revving it. It's just all gone wrong, isn't it? All of the cars are now going past P4, P5. Finally gets it into reverse. And he's in P6. And I'm away. Oh, it's terrible. He's got dirty tyres. Oh. It's terrible. We shouldn't laugh. We shouldn't laugh. Meanwhile, I'm out in front about to finish the race. Beautiful lead. A beautiful overtake. And this was my first ever victory on Gran Turismo 7. I did a slight happy dance. I do not have recordings of that. Oh yes. She's a winner, baby. Where's our friend, you ask? Yeah. Wasn't the cleanest of drivers, I have to say. RNG's got his hazards on. He knows what he's up to. He's not having it. And he comes home in P7. Bad day for him. Great day for us, though. Our first victory. If you have enjoyed this video, please do click subscribe. We are growing a gaming channel. It's very difficult here on YouTube, so make sure you do subscribe, like this video. And we are live on Twitch, mainly playing GT7 and the F1 game. Couple of days a week, link is in the description. But for now, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you on the racetrack.